We would all love to know in every single situation exactly what we had to do. We would all love to know the solution to all of our problems, right? But sometimes that is not the case. Sometimes we feel kind of like insecure, as if we don't know the answer to our problems. And so we start to look at what other people tell us. We start to listen to other people's opinions and choose what other people tell us that is best for us, right? And that, bro, that is a big mistake that I used to do so often, bro. I can't tell you how many times I just went on YouTube or I just listened to other people around me telling me what I had to do, and that always pretty much not always, but 99% of times led to regret, bro. And it's inevitable, bro. It's inevitable that that leads to regret. And in this video, I will show you exactly why that leads to regret and why you should, yeah, listen to other people and gather objective information, but always think and choose for yourself. And to be very honest, I already knew about this like for quite some time. I knew that I wanted to think and decide for myself, but I ended up making this mistake over and over and over again, that I ended up listening to other people's opinion telling me exactly what I had to do because I felt insecure about myself, about my decision, and always ended up regretting it, bro. Always ended up regretting. Made so many bad choices because of that. I just, for example, like an example, right now in my life, it's a big choice: go or not go to university. And on one side, I have all my family telling me exactly that I should go, and on the other side, many other people, for example, on social media, telling me that it's actually stupid to go to university. And so every single time I was listening to arguments, one person telling me something, then the other one telling me something else, I was kind of like flipping from one opinion to the other one. And just the other day, bro, I was there watching a YouTube video from Alex Hormozis. I was there, and he was trying to be as objective as possible, but inevitably he was giving me his opinion. And so when watching that video, I realized, bro, what am I doing? Why am I listening to other people for a decision that I am the only one knowing what I should be doing at the end of the day? And here, let me tell you something. You are the only one who could know, who can know what is best for you, because we often think, at least that is a mistake that I did very often, to think that because someone knew some more about a subject than me, because someone was more successful than me in a specific thing, then that person should automatically know better than me what I should be doing, right? And that is kind of right, but actually wrong, because that person might think that something is good for you, and so therefore, based on what they think is good for you, they will be able to give you a good like advice because they know more about you than that subject. But very simply, and that is the thing that I had to realize and that made me switch my whole perspective on it, I am the only one knowing what is actually best for me. Bro, just think about it for a second. People around you, your family, they all want you to do well. They all want you to succeed in life. They all want the best for you. And so therefore they tell you, like they give you advice based on what they think is best for you, right? But very simply, they cannot know what is best for you. No one can besides yourself, bro. No one can, because you're the only one who can know what your true goals are. And so you should always be listening to yourself, because you are the only one who can know what is best for you, what your goals are, and what you should choose therefore. So I recommend you, and here like I can stress how often I did this mistake of thinking that because someone knew more like about the subject than me, then he should tell me what I should be doing. But that person might know all the information in the world, but the one thing that he cannot know, and that is the most important thing when we want to make a decision, is what I want, what I truly want. I am the only one who can know that. And so therefore, I am the only one who should decide based on that, because we should always based on what is best for us, right? And so here are the 4 steps that I recommend you to follow to make regret-free choices. The first step is very simply to know what you want to be choosing. Like, for example, in my situation, going or not going to university. So when we know what we actually want to be choosing, the second step is to gather as much objective information as possible. That is actually not a bad thing. We should actually have information to make good choices. But often, people not only give us information, right? People always tell us what they think is best for us. But always keep this in mind. they are not doing it in a bad way. They think really that something is good for you, but they can simply not know what is best for you. So try to filter out all the opinions, all the subjective opinions, all the subjective information, and only like consider the objective information that you get. So that we get to step number 3, listening to your inner voice. Because as I said, you already always know inside exactly what you want to be doing, because we kind of like have that voice. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about, like that voice in ourselves, that our heart, our soul whispering us what we should actually do. But for the most of the times, because we feel insecure, because we don't trust ourselves, because we think that others know it better than us, we end up not listening to it. We end up listening to other people, and therefore we've kind of like unlearned how to listen to that inner voice. But it's always whispering, and if you really try to hear it, you will inevitably hear it. You will exactly hear that voice telling you exactly what you should be choosing. And then we get to step number 4, the most important one, where I used to do a lot of mistakes, to actually listen to it. Because most of the times, even though we hear it, we know we want to do something, but I at least ended up very often not listening to it, because I thought, yeah, I don't want to offend that person. That person knows it better than me. Maybe I will do a mistake. Blah blah blah. Just literally the other day it happened to me that I knew exactly that I didn't want to do something, but I felt kind of like obligated to do the opposite. I felt kind of like I had to do it, even though we don't have to do anything, right? Besides dying, maybe. But I ended up choosing that, and let me tell you that I spent the whole rest of the day in big regret, bro. And so these are the 4 steps that will enable you to make regret-free choices. So gather objective information, listen to your inner voice, to your gut feeling, and then actually choose what you know is best for you. And you will never make a mistake. And even when you will make a mistake, you will feel like you did the right choice. You will feel that it was a good thing to make that mistake, because you realize something out of it. When instead you listen to others, even when you do the right thing, you feel like you didn't do the right thing because you didn't trust yourself. And the best thing that comes with that is that you will start to trust yourself. You will start to build kind of like a feeling of self-love, which is difficult to describe, but I'm sure that you will feel it straight away as soon as you start trusting yourself, that voice telling you what is right. Anyways, let me know if you have a better way to make regret-free choices. I would be really interested to know, so let me know in the comments down below. And I really wish you many regret-free choices. See you in the next video, bro.